And really across the entire country, we are talking about the senseless mistaken identity killing of a young man who wanted to be a police officer.
Now Pix 11's Mary Murphy has never before seen footage and documents of what really happened to Junior Guzman Feliz when he was murdered by members of the alleged Trinitarios gang. She joins us now this morning with what she has uncovered. I know this is your exclusive report, but I really think the documents and videos that you've uncovered really going to help people put the pieces together, because people are still not understanding the timeline of events, I think.
Right, we're getting closer to seeing the full timeline. Right. We still have some pieces that are missing, but I've been reviewing these videos and documents since last Thursday morning. You have to be very careful, you know, going into the files, and then there are sub-files. But there are some very disturbing images that we saw and that we presented to the public for the first time on Pix 11. Let's start with the chase, the final leg of the chase of Junior, 15 years old. And I believe we have that video here. This is on the last block before the bodega. You see three of the suspects running, very determined, chasing Junior toward the bodega on East 183rd Street. There he is. That's Junior going into the store, and two cars on his heels. There were two others that came from a different direction. That's the first suspect to go in. He sees him behind the counter and summons other people in. That's Danelle Fernandez. And there, you see Junior trying to hold on to the ATM as he's dragged out to that vicious, vicious attack. There's an ambulance going by 19 seconds before, right? And this man was by after Junior came back the second, actually annoyed that Junior helped. I don't think he understood how severe Junior's wound was. I mean, he had a really vicious wound on, I believe it was the right side of his neck. And, you know, we have to be so careful how we present this, because it's very, very disturbing. I called Junior's mother last night before this was going on.
Had she seen this video and these?
I'm not really clear that she saw this, because I believe this is the first time the public is seeing some of these angles on what happened out on the street, the chase, and that's only the last block of the chase.
What was Leandra's reaction to having more videos of her son's
You know,
murder?
she is seeking the truth. Some people have written on our website, you know, we've seen this so much, but we haven't seen this footage before. And it sort of gives you different layers of what was happening out on the street, the mood out on the street, who helped, who didn't. I want to show the second video, if that's okay. This is heartbreaking, because after Junior is stabbed, he's pushed into the bodega door, and that's when he goes in.
So he's already injured here.
Yes, and he's stumbling outside, and he throws his arms up in the air, seeking help from 911. He almost keels over, and that's his final run now. To me now, what you're going to see is the most heartbreaking. New surveillance footage from 3rd Avenue, a block from the bodega. He's crossing 3rd to St. Barnabas Hospital. He stumbles there and collapses by the security booth right outside the emergency room. And you'll notice now, it's only then that an SUV, a police SUV, is going to roll up as a crowd assembles. And now we know something is terribly, terribly wrong. Those people running, I believe, had come up from the bodega a block away. And you see that the police vehicle is moving into view, and the security guards from the hospital are there. And an ambulance, so tragically, had passed by the bodega 19 seconds before Junior was brought out onto the sidewalk.
So chilling and so heartbreaking to watch. This is giving me chills to watch, Mary. You're doing incredible reporting. I want to touch base real quick before we let you go on what you'll be reporting tonight, because you have reports all week long.
Yes, I have a report for 10 o'clock tonight on Pix 11. We'll be looking at how the police tracked the suspects. You know, there's all different technology. We're not going to give up their secrets or anything, but one of the things I want to mention in this report tonight is that one of the suspects turned up at a Manhattan hospital in the hours after the Junior attack, and he had a stab wound on his left hand.
Oh, wow.
But he didn't say it came from a bodega fight. He had an alibi or an excuse, and we'll tell you tonight what that was.
And we just know that a 14th suspect was arrested in this case. Do you think there could be more?
I was told last night, I called my source, and I'm told that they have them all. There were actually 15 people involved in the attack. They don't talk a lot about the 15th guy. He's a cooperating witness, and he actually came back very early in the investigation from the Dominican Republic. And so he helped the police.
Mary, you've been doing an incredible job and staying on top of the story that our audience cares so much about. So we're looking forward to your
Just let me
report.
briefly say, I am receiving messages from around the world.
I'm sure.
New Zealand, Australia, South Africa, Netherlands, Paris, about this story.
Wow. Mary Murphy, incredible, incredible reporting.